Hey, what's up makeup world? So I filmed this tutorial, finally, I know, something new. It is a lavender and lime green eyeshadow look. I hope you guys really enjoy, and if you want to see what I used and how I did this, keep watching. Alright, so we're going to start out, we're going to use the Morphe 35B. I wore this eyeshadow combination to work the other day and everybody really liked it, so I'm going to show you guys how I did it. I'm going to first prime my eyes with the OG eyeshadow primer, my favorite. Let's see. Okay, and so I just slapped this puppy on. And of course, I already did my foundation, bronzer, and eyebrows. Gotta do the eyebrows. And then for foundation, I just used the e.l.f. Moisturizing foundation stick. This stuff's actually pretty good and it goes on really well. Just set it with a little bit of the Wet n Wild pressed powder. I surprisingly use a lot of drugstore makeup. A lot of people don't believe me because I go full drag and it turns out pretty good, at least to me. So let's get started. I'm going to just take a fluffy crease brush. This one is by Wet n Wild. No names on there, but it's kind of like the only fluffy crease brush I've seen. And I'm going to go in with this matte, kind of peachy pink shade, and I'm just going to pop that right in the crease. And start that out as the transition shade. I'm going up into the crease, and that's really going to give like a nice gradient of colors, because it's very like a pink kind of flesh tone almost. Okay, so then grabbing the 35P, I'm going to work with these kind of 4 mauve shades. Now, there are so many palettes out there that have mauve shades, and I sadly will say I have plenty of them, so you can switch it out if you have something that's similar. And I'm just going to put that kind of in like a halo around the eyes, so on the outer, and then bringing that around to the inner and just kind of blending that into that flesh tone pink. And I'm going in with this shade right here, so from, you know, second row, third shade. I like to take a lot of colors and blend because I feel like it gives you the most effortlessly blended, well, just eyeshadow. And I'm using that same brush. I also like to do that because you have a lot of those same colors on your brush, so you don't have to go back and forth between the two palettes to get a really nicely blended eyeshadow. Okay, not too shabby. And then I'm going to go back to the 35B palette. And this is just super simple. Like I said, I wore this to work. I get up at 4:45 in the morning, and with this primer, and then my other secret weapon that I use. Just trying to see. That's this one. This lasts me all 12 hours, and you know, I don't have to touch up, or it doesn't fall out, or I don't have any issues. So then I'm going to grab, this just comes with the Naked palette, just any kind of rounded brush that you use liquid cream products on. Cream product. And then I'm going to go in with the Color Tattoo 24 Hour. And this is in the shade Barely Branded. It looks like this. I use these basically anytime I use a foiled shadow, I use this. I just like that it's metallic and it adds to the metallic of the whatever shade you're going to put on. So I'm just gonna cover my entire lid with this. And just keep it nice and rounded. I try to keep it not getting onto my crease, because once you open your eyes, it will transfer into your crease. So I like to keep it nice and rounded. All right. So grabbing a nice, like, just a nice brush to pick up shadow. This one's Morphe. This is the M210. I'm going to go into this bright palette, and I'm going to grab this shade here. It's probably one of the only metallic shades that's in here, and it's not like super metallic, but it'll get the job done, especially because we have that cream shadow base underneath, and that will add to the metallic of this shadow. And I'm just going to pack that on right on top of the cream shadow, just kind of covering it up. And I'm not particularly the neatest about it either. If I get fallout, because I will just go through and just use a brush and just wipe it all off. And how I even came up with this color combination is I bought a scrub top that had these two colors in it. So a lot of times I draw inspiration from whatever it is I'm going to be wearing. I'm going to go back to, I am just a mess. I'm going to go back to the 35P, and I'm still working in those same 4 matte shades here. I'm going to get the darkest of the 4. And I'm just gonna focus that right in the crease, and I'm gonna use like a small fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M506, and I'm just gonna barely tap that, and I'm just gonna pop that right in the crease. And just pick up a tiny little bit of that color. And I just, opening my eyes, I just follow the hollow in between the bone here and the lid, so you'll kind of find that like little soft squishy area. And I'm just gonna go back and forth. Now I'm gonna use the same brush, same color, and I'm just gonna connect that under the lash line too. I don't want it to feel left out. And I feel like that does not looking too shabby. Next, but actually Wet n Wild has some too, and I find that these are actually the best for the Colourpop shadows, which is what we're going to be using for that little pop of color. I'm going to be using Telepathy from Colourpop. It's this really beautiful metallic kind of chartreuse green color, and I'm just going to use that brush and pick up some of that, and it kind of picks up pretty good on here too, because I find that these work best with your fingers, but I got these little chubby little bear claws, and they're not getting from here to here without harming myself. So I like this brush, so I'm just going to use this, and I'm just going to pack that right on the inner corner. And I'll zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. And going back into the green, I'm just going to pack that right on the inner corner. And that's it. So I have bought so many of these brushes because I feel like they're, I think that they're only about $1. which I mean $1 for a brush, not too bad. And that is pretty much it for the shadow. I'm gonna go back with that brush and just kind of soften everything, take whatever's left on it, and just blend everything out. And this is really nice for spring since it's coming up, but it is freaking hot. I'm sweating and it's not fun. Alright, so that is going to be it for the eyes. To put on lashes last. Call me crazy, but I do. So for blush, I'm going to just use something soft and on the pink side. So I'm going to use this Hot Mama from the Balm. It looks like this. Very pretty. And I guess you can tell I'm a fan of the Wet n Wild brushes. This is just kind of like a, well, don't look at that, a fluffy brush. And it's kind of, it's like densely packed, so I like it for blush. And then I'm just gonna slap that baby on. You can tell I'm just super technical. I'm not do whatever I want type of game plan. Ooh. I say I may have made a purchase. I bought the Tarte Exposed Highlight and Stunner. First of all, they smell freaking delicious. I don't know what is in these, but I got these during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty and they were half off, and it's like, how can you resist half off? I mean, I'm not gonna say no is all I'm saying. So I'm not a fan brush type of gal. I'm like more is more. So I use this fluffy Morphe M530 brush, and I am going to highlight. And you know, I don't know when enough is enough. Who needs a pen light when you can use your highlight? I'm just saying. And I am using Stunner. It's like a really beautiful kind of more cool tone champagne color. It's like an icy champagne color. It's really nice. And then going in with the Morphe E24. This is what I use to highlight my Cupid's bow. I don't even know if that's what it's called, but other people say it, so I'm assuming they did the research. And I'm gonna put that right under the brow bone. And then I highlight my nose with it, and I can't even. I don't know if I just look sweaty or like I highlighted. It's a fine line, but you gotta go with it. Confidence is key. All right, so I'm going to, if there's one thing I have learned in this life, it is spray your setting spray before you do your mascara, or you will end up with mascara everywhere, because for some reason I close my eyes so tight like I think I'm drowning. I don't know why. So I'm just going to use this Mario Badescu facial spray. It smells fab. And I'm just going to spritz myself. Alright. It's never too much, right? And I'm going to use my trusty dollar store fan. Everybody needs it. It's like broken, but you know what? Oh well. And I'm just going to use this bad boy to dry it. Oh, that feels fantastic. And somehow, I don't even know how this is possible, but spraying that mist makes the highlight like way more poppin'. Like I said, you don't need a fan light or a pen light. You just turn your cheek. You can check those pupils ASAP. All right, so lashes. I don't want to wear lashes to work, but you know, I don't know if it's the most sanitary if they were to fall off onto somebody, but you know, it's my life. So, are these even, I just found these on the shelf. Nah. Okay, so I found some lashes in my stash. You know, I'm not gonna lie, they're a little crusty, but I'm still gonna use them. I'm not one of those people that are afraid of a little damp armpit hair looking lash. You know, they're long. Once you put them on, it'll be fine. So I'm gonna just use my trusty Duo, oopsie, lash glue. Oh, I'm really struggling here. And just pop that on. I like this glue. I really, for the most part, don't have any issues, especially like with a long day of work. I work 12-hour shifts. It's pretty standard. And I really won't have to touch up anything, or I don't even bring lash glue or makeup. I roll with it. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes, and I have some mascara on already. So if you didn't have mascara on, you just add a little extra. And let's see what we're gonna do here. I'll just go with this one because it's right on top. The Great Lash by, who makes this? Maybelline. And I actually bend this because I find it's easier to get into, you know, like to put it on, I guess. And keeping the mouth open is a necessity. It just makes it go on better, so don't judge. And the only reason why I do this when I'm using fake lashes is because my lashes are basically like stick straight off my face. So if I don't curl them and put a little bit of mascara on, they won't blend with the falsies, and you know, we can't have that. That would just look weird. And so now I'm just gonna sit here until this glue gets a little tacky on here. Usually by the time I would put all my mascara on, these would be pretty much done drying, but since I you know, already had some mascara on, I gotta wait a little bit longer. Let's see what we got in the lipstick section. I actually think I'm gonna go with this trusty. This is Midi by Colourpop. It's like a nice kind of cool toned soft pink. Oh yeah. And of course I'm gonna overdraw my lips. I mean, come on. This applicator is really nice, but I'll be honest, some of the Colourpop lipsticks are shit. Kind of dry down. It is drying, but I actually like a liquid lipstick when I go to work because I don't want to have to I just don't even want to have to think about it. So now I'm going to just pop these on, and how I put on lashes is I hold them by the tip and I tilt them down. Seems pretty odd, but then I just kind of lay it on top of my lashes and I keep my eyes open. I used to close my eyes and then like open them and then lay them down like that, but now that I'm just so experienced with makeup, I can do it different now. So pick it up, I just match the inner corner, and that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. What? And then, since they're on, I just take my fingers and I kind of smash them together just to make sure that they're blended with my natural lashes. And don't worry about this goopy glue mess. This is the clear, this is the clear, whatever this shit is called. Oh my gosh. The strip lash, it's the Duo, the white, the clear. So it'll dry and you won't even see it. And that's it. So I'll zoom you guys in so you can see everything, and pretty simple. I mean, I do this for work, but I mean, not everybody wants to be full dragged out for work. I do, because it's something I really enjoy and really love doing. But I'll shut up and zoom you in.